No gimmicks. No gimmicks. No major labor power moves, no costumes, no broad on my album with the fat ass, no wardrobe malfunction, no power lunches, this is it. No limits, no gimmicks, no slogans, no 20-inch rims rolling, no gold fronts, no publicity stunts, no make-believe beef, no shootouts in the streets, this is it. No limits, no gimmicks, no MTV cribs, no crib at all, no out-of-shape fat boys telling you how to ball, no pimpin' to ride, no ride to pimp, this is it. No limits, no gimmicks, no midgets on stage, no daytime play, no paying for a radio slot, no sucking up to the press, just it'll say this record's hot, this is it. No limits, no gimmicks, I like how you blend in, your music's so safe. Why go against the grain when you can fit perfectly with everything today? Come here, let me put you in a box. Being independent must really suck. Is that all you really want? It can't be enough to just do it for the love.
There's 3 advanced copies.
No gimmicks. No gimmicks. No gimmicks. No crunk music, no funk music, no contemporary hip-hop, jazz fusion, no collabos with whack people who feel what we doing, this is it. No limits, no gimmicks, no mix CDs, no pornographic DVDs, no monkey see, monkey do, no it's riding of the cruise to get a W, this is it. No limits, no gimmicks, no overbearing hype man, no ghost writing, no A&R getting more shine than I am, no calling women bitch niggas just to prove that I'm a man, this is it. No limits, no gimmicks, no throwback jersey hanging to my knees, no do-rags, no white tees, just the best producer and the best MC, this is it. No limits, no gimmicks, I like how you blend in, your music's so safe. Why go against the grain when you can fit perfectly with everything today? Come here, let me put you in a box. Being independent must really suck. Is that all you really want? It can't be enough to just do it for the love. No gimmicks. No gimmicks. No gimmicks. No. It down.
There's 3 advanced
Come
copies.
on, say it loud. Look what we handed down. Don't it make you proud? Yeah. Look what we handed down. My mama gave me Johnny Hathaway, young, gifted, and black. I miss the positivity, I wanna bring it back. But rap nowadays is by a bunch of ignorant cats. No young, gifted, and black, just guns, just and crack. I react by turning off BET and Sambos, telling me what blackness is supposed to be. Used to give us world news, now it's all videos. Replaced Tavis Smiley with reality shows. If you let the TV define what black is, you think ice and violence is all we think that matters. I guess this is what happens when rappers look up to thugs and kids look up to rappers. To some of y'all, if I don't talk about the gat enough or sell crack enough, I ain't black enough. But I'd rather be a pro at being myself than be an idiot trying to be somebody else. What? Come on, say it loud. Look what we handed down. Don't it make you proud? Look what we handed down. Come on, say it loud. Look what we handed down. Don't it make you proud? Look what we handed down. I had to bus stop with my bike. Been there for a while. Moms taught me how to catch this route when I was a child. Another kid walks up, freaking a black and mild. 15, same age I learned, it's wild. An older lady walks up, greets us with a smile, asks how we both doing, then sits down. She knows what it's like to grow up in the South. Civil rights when the whites was hosing us down. I sort of figured to myself that even though times were tougher, they still took time out to speak to one another. But look at us, me and his young brother, acting too proud to break down and speak to each other. So inside I felt ashamed, not sure of how to, but I wanna change. And as long as I'm alive, then the fact remains that it's never too late for us to break the chains. Come on, y'all. Come on, say it loud. Look what we handed down. Don't it make you proud? Look what we handed down. Come on, say it loud. Look what we handed down. Don't it make you proud? Look what we handed down. Things is bound to change. 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 Shot. Weird looking chicks. You know, this shit get in the club. Up in the club. Got that thing on me. Yeah. Somebody told me to aim for the sky, cause even if you miss, you'll still be among the stars. True, but much harder to apply when it comes to meeting young ladies out at the bars. I won't lie, I get a nice amount of love, so when you see me with a girl, it's nothing less than a 7. But every now and then I go out to the club and wake up with a girl that look like Dave Letterman. You know me, I'm a homebody, so when I do hit the club, I ain't hard to catch. On the dance floor, spilling my drink, so it blows, doing old school dances like the Smurf and Cabbage Patch. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4. Somebody should have stopped me from drinking anymore. When I was sober, that broad looked like Al Gore. Now she look a lot more like Demi Moore. I'm just a regular dude. I do my thing a little bit, nothing major. I'm not making excuses, but when it gets like that, you gotta blame it on a Jager. I'm just a regular dude. Far from a shy guy, far from a player. I'm not making excuses, but when it gets like that, you gotta blame it on a Jager. I'm about to get it. I'm about to get it. You can get it, girl. You can get it. You can get it. Get it. You can get it, girl. You can get it. Yeah. Leaving a dance floor feeling sloppy and hot. See the broad from behind. Made me wanna stop with a body that'll make you wanna do a body shot, but a face, oh, not that hot. Unfortunately, I was too busy staring at her body to even notice this girl was far from a hottie. But dog, I'm too drunk, too late to sober up. Slapped her on the butt and said, "Hey yo, girl, what's up?" She turned around and said, "Boy, you better stop touching me." Didn't recognize my face and said, "I love your CD." When I'm drunk, I'm so corny, but it really didn't matter since shorty was all over me. Girl, let's make like a tree and leave. Girl, let's make like a ball and bounce. Of course she agreed, so I took a big butt and ugly face back to the house. I'm just a regular dude. I do my thing a little bit, nothing major. I'm not making excuses, but when it gets like that, you gotta blame it on a Jager. I'm just a regular dude. Far from a shy guy, far from a player. I'm not making excuses, but when it gets like that, you gotta blame it on a Jager. You roll with a bunch of grimy street cats, known for packing gats and living in dirt. They claim they got your backside, but the reality is that they're quick to desert. Your money ain't right, and that's only half the reason your feelings is hurt. You got robbed last night and found out one of your own cats is stealing your work. And now you wanna kill this jerk. Put him in the ambulance quick with a nurse. You're picturing his body stiff, sitting 6 feet deep, laying cold in a hearse. You want it so bad that you can taste it, and the anticipation is only making it worse. So you decide to follow him around. You see him in a nightclub, tricking on skirts. You got $1 to your name, and at least 30 more days until the first. So while he in the VIP spitting game, you order a Long Island to quench your thirst. Sit back, take 2 sips, relaxed behind 2 chicks. Mad cause you gotta listen to these broads talk about every time Dick and Harry with their loose lips. You only here for one thing, thinking about the payback, waiting for this fool to dip. It's funny how things change. This is the same cat that you went to high school with, disrespecting you, making you flip, robbing you while he owing you grip. And you can't believe this cat had the nerve to try to sell it back to you on some brand new shit. You convinced he ain't got no sense, and he did what he did just to see you flip. Now you posted in a nightclub with a 9 milli and 2 clips, paying attention to the people that he talks to, especially the chick you see him fooling with, but not really giving a f if this chicken head got a family and 2 kids. You see him leave together, so you tell him to the parking lot to his new whip. Then you whistle to get his attention, thinking to yourself, this motherfucker's stupid. Didn't know what hit him to the first few clicks. Gun clapping off and on to the music. The gun plays a murderous metronome. Welcome to the Terror Dome. He got caught while he was headed home. Never thought for a second you'd ever catch him alone. And now he's wondering why he ever robbed you, laying on the concrete with lead in his dome. You standing there shaking like a little child with your hands on the chrome, and everything is for the taking. So you snatch his wallet and yank off his herringbone. You look around and hide the gun. See somebody calling 911 on a cell phone, but you still got time to run. Make a clean getaway and pray the truth will never be known. So you bail into the shadows and make sure that your face is hard to see. But the chick that he was with in the club saw the whole thing and starts to scream. Your only thought is to flee, so you bail into the parking lot and head across the street. You get inside the ride, look in your pockets so you can start the Jeep. And then it hits you that in the middle of this robbery and homicide you lost your keys. And then it hits you that you'll probably get the chair, cause you lost your keys.
Hey Uncle, what you doing?
Oh, just writing down my thoughts. Little song I'm trying to finish up.
Really? What's it about?
It's kind of about, you know, girls and they grow up and how they be feeling pressure to do stuff, and boys, and just advice I might have to give you one day.
Can I hear it?
I know it might seem like the cool thing to do, but having sex with him ain't the best thing for you. You worry too much about what they think of you. Girl, don't define you by what they think is cool. You wanna be with him cause he's the hottest thing in school. He got the newest gear and he got the cleanest shoes. But take my advice, girl, don't be a fool. Before you get involved with him, you gotta have rules. Rule number 1, make him call you first. Then ask him if he goes to church. Not that church alone makes you better than anyone, but if he's only out for sex, he'll definitely run. Rule number 2 might seem kinda wrong, but tell him you got older brothers even if you don't. Tell him they're thugged out and always around. Let him know your last man got a beat down. And when he asks you, will they do that to me? You say only if you raise your hand and never hit me. Rule number 3, even if you don't practice it, tell them you're a virgin and you're all about abstinence. You ain't having sex cause your parents ain't having it. Your mom's is real strict and your dad will have a fit. And if you say that and he stays on the line, keep him around for a while, he might be worth your time.
That's really good, Uncle.
Thank you, thank you. You know, I'm just trying to make sure you know what you need to know, cause it's gonna come a time when you're gonna need some advice. I mean, you're only 8 right now, but I'm trying to look out.
Did you write some more?
Yeah, I got a second verse I can let you check out, you know, along the same lines.
I want to hear it.
Okay, I know it might seem like the cool thing to do, but having a baby now ain't the best thing for you. You worry too much about what they think of you. Girl, don't define you by what they think is cool. You a teenager, but want a bundle of joy. Somebody you can teach and hold, a girl or a boy. But you got a life in your hands, that ain't a toy. How you gonna pay the bills when you're not even employed? I know you think I'm hating just to call you out, but you don't need a kid, you need a paper route. Have you even thought about what being mom is all about? Mom got a real job, mom don't go out. Mom gotta drop the kids off at daycare, and when the kids are sick, mom gotta stay there. I know it probably seems like it really ain't fair, but she gotta work twice as hard cause pops ain't there. Now you can go to sleep if you're feeling tired, but soon you won't get to sleep if the baby's crying. You gotta fix a warm bottle plus change the diapers. Forget about the single moms you used to admire. Your childhood is gone and you can barely remember that. The innocence you had, nobody can bring it back. Now your whole life is dirty diapers and Similac. I hope you reconsider when you hear the facts. Yeah. Drugs, sex, alcohol, rock and roll. 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 He never had a drink till he was 21. He said he didn't need it just to have fun. Graduated from school and started his career. Started popping up at happy hour having beers. The first few months it felt great. He was a casual drinker, it was an escape. He passed out a couple times but it was nothing major. Started keeping alcohol in his refrigerator. Sometimes he couldn't wake up the next day. Sometimes he walked into work late. But none of those things seemed to bother him. But he was slipping on a work that was assigned to him. But on the flip side, he felt more confident because he finally had the nerve to talk to chicks. He felt like his life was really getting better. The next day, he found his termination letter. It was a drugs, sex, alcohol, rock and roll. 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 Drugs, sex. She never had sex till she was 21. She felt like it wasn't right without love. In church, they always called it a sin. They told her to stay away from young men. She learned love from the books she would read and from the soap opera she would watch on TV. But deep inside, she wanted the same thing. But they said it wasn't right without a wedding ring. But her father never practiced what he preached. He used to creep into a room when she was asleep and touch her in ways you don't touch your kids. Made a promise she would never tell what he did, and as much as she didn't want to touch him, it was the first time she ever felt wanted. And to this day, she never quite recovered. So when she has sex now, it's with a woman. Drugs, sex, alcohol, rock and roll. 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 RJD2. RJD2. No. Holding it down. It's a soul position. Probably knew that already though. Yo, in the last year, a lot of people been coming up to me like, yo, Brent, where's the album at? Homie, working on that. Was my reply. Took my time with it though. Ain't about to put no garbage out. Feel me? Soul position. On a mission to move crowds with ease. DJs, MCs. Rethink your obligation to create. Soul position. On a mission to rip it from the start. DJs, MCs. Listen while we make our mark on the art. Soul position. On a mission to move crowds with ease. DJs, MCs. Rethink your obligation to create. Soul position. On a mission to rip it from the start. DJs, MCs. Listen while we make our mark on the art. 8 million stories to tell. Just inhale. Just inhale. Exhale. Just inhale. Just inhale. Exhale. My rhyming get invited in your body like a vitamin. I supply the supplement. You just discovered it. Hold me close and overdose on my poetic potion. Lovely when you rub me in your skin like lotion. Then I begin to stimulate your innovative action. You used to be subdued, but now you choose to rhyme with passion. Sign for this delivery, I left on your porch. Sign for this delivery, no matter what the course. Let my thought direct you when you start feeling lost. Tune into my frequency and never turn me off. Listen to my interview straight from the source. Order from my menu and get the main course. Come on in and work early, let me be your boss. Let me be the theme music, you won't take a loss. Just inhale. Just inhale. Exhale. Just inhale. Just inhale. Exhale. You don't need a needle just to put me in your arm. Let me feel your bloodstream until you're feeling warm. Let me do the fighting for you till the pain's gone. Store me in a safe place deep inside your home. I'm willing to take trips into the dark and unknown corners of your subconscious where the climate's cold. Use me to the fullest, it'll never get old. Forget about opinions and the things you've been told. Use me as a currency for things bought and sold. Let me be an example of how to break the mold. Use me as an innocent, you need to break the hold. Use me till I'm gone. Use me till I'm gone. Just inhale. Just inhale. Exhale. Just inhale. Just inhale. Exhale. Let me be the scapegoat for all your inefficiencies. Let me be the one you blame for all your inconsistencies. Let me be the one to solve all of life's mystery. My quote's the antidote for all of life's misery. Study on my hardship and learn to think critically. Forget about the bullshit you learn back in history. Visit every continent without moving physically. Exercise mentally, get in shape spiritually. Exercise mentally, get in shape spiritually. Visit me and take deep breaths of my imagery. Exhale all the hate you had for your enemy. Exhale all the hate you had for your enemy. Just inhale. Just inhale. Exhale. Just inhale. Just inhale. Exhale. Yeah. Let's go with the flow. About to tell a story about this girl I know. My boo. know what I'm saying? It's my shorty right there. You know that.
She was ill, with looks that fit the bill. Lips like Mary J, eyes like Lauryn Hill. Body like Big Les, backyard and thick legs. But the only time we got along was in the bed. Ill, with looks that fit the bill. Lips like Mary J, eyes like Lauryn Hill. Body like Big Les, backyard and thick legs. But the only time we got along was in the bed.
She had an attitude of monumental magnitude. Couldn't take her anywhere without the broad acting rude. Even with your family, she had no gratitude. I took her to my mom's crib, she started snapping on the food. Goes without saying that my mom's wasn't feeling it. Wild out, tried to hit shorty with a skillet. I held mom's back, told old girl to leave, but mom's already had a handful of weave. Shorty crouched down so she could bob and weave. Mom's dropped the skillet and rolled up her sleeves. Cornered off the kitchen with grace and ease. Hit her with a three-piece and brought her to her knees. There wasn't too much that I could say, cause I already told shorty moms don't play. I know it's kinda hard to believe, but the worst part is that this popped off on Christmas Eve. And after all the drama me and shorty been through, I can't front, yo, she's still my boo. After all the drama me and shorty been through, I can't front, yo, she's still my boo.
She was ill, with looks that fit the bill. Lips like Mary J, eyes like Lauryn Hill. Body like Big Les, backyard and thick legs. But the only time we got along was in the bed. Ill, with looks that fit the bill. Lips like Mary J, eyes like Lauryn Hill. Body like Big Les, backyard and thick legs. But the only time we got along was in the bed.
She had an attitude that made her hard to deal with. One night we was at the club with some chill shit. I had a Long Island getting nice and drinking. Spotted the next man across the bar peeping. Thinking I don't mind if he scopes out my honey, cause she wants me to buy her drinks, but I'm out of money on the reels. Seeing dude kinda made me happy, so I decided to slide and let him play the sugar daddy. Hey boo, I'm about to slide to the bathroom, get some more loot for you, but I'll be back soon, and I better not catch you creeping on me neither, or somebody might be getting slapped with this empty Zima. I was perping just to see how she would act, but I'll be damned if dude wasn't in my seat when I came back. I walked up, so only she could see me with a bottle in my hand like I was about to sneaking. Face ice grilling, and she went for the baby, cause before I could say a word, she slapped him in the face. Talking about, I said I had a man, get out of here. I can't believe you were trying to steal my man's chair. Dude turned around like, you were man. I'm like, hell no. So he socked her in the jaw, took off his jacket like he was about to house her, but before they could square off, here come the bouncers 10 deep, trying to squash the action. Meanwhile, I'm in the front row steady laughing. I ain't never seen bouncers that raw. They kicked shorty's ass from the bar to the door. By the time they finally tossed her ass outside, I had already pulled around and was waiting in a ride. She was like, I thought you was my man, what happened to you? Oh, girl, I was trying to help, but they was holding me back. She was like, but how you just gonna say you ain't my man? I was trying to confuse you, but you ruined my plan. And after all the drama me and shorty been through, I can't front, yo, she's still my boo. After all the drama me and shorty been through, I can't front, yo, she's still my boo.
She was ill, with looks that fit the bill. Lips like Mary J, eyes like Lauryn Hill. Body like Big Les, backyard and thick legs. But the only time we got along was in the bed. Ill, with looks that fit the bill. Lips like Mary J, eyes like Lauryn Hill. Body like Big Les, backyard and thick legs. But the only time we got along was in the bed.
She had an attitude, too stuck up to eat fast food. I wanted Taco Bell, she like, you cheap as hell. See, I wanted a chalupa, but I knew she would be frontin', so I told her it was either Taco Bell or nothing. I had the upper hand cause she had it 8 hours, but she snatched my $20 and ran up to the counter. And by the time I got inside, she'd already ordered. So I played the background like I didn't even know her. Next thing I know, she started yelling about her order, talking to the girl behind the counter, screaming on her. And when she walked around the corner to get a drink, the cashier looked at the cook and gave a wink. Oh, I knew right then and there she was about to take a loss, cause the cook cleared his throat and gave her taco special sauce. I took her to the side and tried to tell her she got played, then I realized she didn't give me my change. So I decided to be quiet, sat back and laughed as I watched the broad light it. You know how that tastes? It's alright, word. It's good? Okay, cool, yeah. Glad you like it. Taco Bell, alright, ain't it? Glad you like it, boo.
She was ill, with looks that fit the bill. Lips like Mary J, eyes like Lauryn Hill. Body like Big Les, backyard and thick legs. But the only time we got along was in the bed. Ill, with looks that fit the bill. Lips like Mary J, eyes like Lauryn Hill. Body like Big Les, backyard and thick legs. But the only time we got along was in the bed.
Hello, everybody. My name is Blueprint. Welcome to my life. On the turntables we have RJD2 supplying the sounds. Glad you could. Just think, what if you could just blink yourself away? Just think, what if you could just blink yourself away? Just blink and the night turns to day. Just blink and the pain fades away. Just think, what if you could just blink yourself away?
The perennial paradox is life living in a box. Physical limited, but the clock tick is infinite. Consistently heard, so I'm imagining dawn without the choir like collages built by birds. Started studying rainbows, forgetting old days when my vision blurs. When it occurs, I'll be broke as all get up. Envisioning furs and other fly fashion crafted without the loss of a single life. See, I'm soulfully singing this despite being caged, overworked, underpaid. 20K student loan with no government aid. Face to face with life, wanting to run away. This insurmountable death that looms. Got Goliath trying to hide inside a shade of a mushroom. I'm just another inmate with a paper plate, politicking in a poverty-stricken prison room where we consume gloom, using the 6 o'clock news as a spoon, then wash it down with its organized misery. But in spite of that, I learned to fight it back with energy. And if I told you every move I made was over hot coals, you probably wouldn't want to mimic me. You're too scared to risk injury. While I walk confidently, face first in the imagery that might not sit well if painted in pastels with flowers on the packaging just to make it sell. Even though I know it's prettier in pink, I'd rather splash some other colors to make you think. Just think, what if you could just blink yourself away? Just think, what if you could just blink yourself away? Just blink and the night turns to day. Just blink and the pain fades away. Just think, what if you could just blink yourself away? Just think, just think, just think, just think, just think. I was born to fight against time and much march until my arms tire. Praying for the day that I retire with a smile. Greeted by God, he's throwing in the white towel. While competitors growl at my lack of hunger, I didn't fight it when I felt myself going under. I was too bitter to remember what might have changed my mind. You see, I'd rather be blind, standing with my eyes covered by the hands of time. Living life in a paradise of pastimes where rainy days are chased away by the sunshine. But instead, the blackest clouds constantly follow me overhead with no intermission. They're raining nightmares, making it impossible to act like they're not there. So with each downpour, I see my sanity take another step towards the front door, a little bit closer to leaving me than the time before. Life is a bitch and days are child support, and that makes my dreams children that I really can't afford to abort. Left to soar through the chaos, the cluttered mess that covers the desk of my day job invites me to come into the office on my day off with no guarantees that being dedicated pays off. I guess it's all about who you know, and since I won't make brown nose in business as usual, I've gotta get used to this. Glass ceiling that sits just above my cubicle. Just think, what if you could just blink yourself away? Just think, what if you could just blink yourself away? Just blink and the night turns to day. Just blink and the pain fades away. Just think, what if you could just blink yourself away? Just think, what if you could just blink yourself away? Just think, what if you could just blink yourself away? Just blink and the night turns to day. Just blink and the pain, it fades away. Just blink, what if you could just blink yourself away? Just blink yourself away. If you could just blink yourself away. If you could just blink yourself away. Blink yourself away. Just blink yourself away.
Okay. So, where do you work, Peter?
In a tech.
And yeah, what do you do there?
I sit in a cubicle, and I update bank software for the 2000 switch.
What's that?
Well, see, they wrote all this bank software, and to save space, they used 2 digits for the date instead of 4, so like 98 instead of 1998. So I go through these thousands of lines of code, and it doesn't really matter. I don't like my job, and I don't think I'm gonna go anymore.
You're just not gonna go?
Yeah.
Won't you get fired?
I don't know. But I really don't like it, and I'm not gonna go.
So you're gonna quit?
Nuh-uh, not really. I'm just gonna stop going.
When I'm alone in my home, sometimes I cover my face, then walk around in circles at a slow pace. It's my attempt to erase the feeling that I'm standing in place. At my 9 to 5, I teach computers to be clever, so they can replace you and do the job better. Never say never. Corporate America's out to save cheddar. Computer programming ain't about creation. It ain't about video games or PlayStations. It ain't about making new jobs or innovation. It's about automation and permanent vacations. Just the other day, my boss fired some cat that worked 1,000 miles away. It wasn't nothing I could say. It was sad to see, but I was glad it wasn't me. 15 years of experience, dependable. 1 merger, 1 meeting, expendable. I know it seems unbelievable. They used to kiss your ass, but now they don't need you. You ever thought about when you'll be out of here? Nice job, nice car, still out of here. Middle management downsized and out of here. Some shit I ain't trying to hear. Fuckajob! For real. The best time in my career was at the start. I was working extra hours, pouring out my little heart. Now it's hard for me to care when I know I'm just a resource on somebody's chart. Staring at a corporate ladder I can't climb, contributing to milestones and bullshit baselines. 10 hours a day wasting time, trying to cut fat from my company's waistline. I want y'all to listen. They spend $50K just to save 50 million. They hire me to cut labor in divisions. Less for you, less for your children. You ever thought about when you'll be out of here? Nice job, nice car, still out of here. Middle management downsized and out of here. That's some shit that I ain't trying to hear. Fuck a job! For real! Fuck a job! For real! Like this. I've seen a lot of people come and go. Seen a lot of people sit around complaining about Joe. Seen people get hired and get a new car bragging. When he got tight, then I seen him brown bagging. Seen people hired for jobs I wouldn't touch, while I've been denied for jobs I really want. I've seen cats get promoted and demoted like chumps, lose confidence then resign the next month. I've seen people close their ears cause they got bad reviews. Walk into your cube and start interrogating you. 20 questions, arguing, bitching, mad about the money you make in your position. I've seen women with kids stay in one spot. I've seen women without kids rise to the top. Seen them come in and buddy up with managers, then seen the same women move up the ladder. I've seen women stand still when they work twice as hard, while men work half as hard and get twice as far. For real! Fuck that job! Some bullshit anyway. Tired of this shit. Working for these other motherfuckers. Fuck them. Tired of this shit. 5 days a week. Dedicated and shit. Get out my face. Why?
Did this change you? This close-up involvement with the judicial system, with these characters, seeing what they're going through and trying to capture their lives?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, you see clips on the news about what's going on in the inner city or what's going on for people who are disenfranchised, and you know, but when you get up close to people's lives that really have so many obstacles against them, it's a very emotional experience, and certainly it puts things in your own life very much in perspective.
Alright. It went down like this. Today just like today. It's Run from anything that threatens peaceful existence. Look before you leap, walk before you run. Run as far as you can until you reach a safe distance. We've been running from day one. Never thought to ask why or what from. Only taught to run, only taught to run, only taught to run, only taught to run. Look before you leap, walk before you run. Run from anything that threatens peaceful existence. Look before you leap, walk before you run. Run as far as you can until you reach a safe distance. We've been running from day one. Never even thought to ask why or what from. Only taught to run, only taught to run, only taught to run, only taught to run. I learned how to walk at age 1. And wasn't satisfied until I learned how to run. At age 18, I didn't want to run, but I had to run from the shots fired by a gun. 48 hours, 2 cycles of the sun. I couldn't run from the shock that paralyzed my tongue. It made me not want to speak a word to anyone. Felt like the breath had been stolen from my lungs. Who would have told my mother that she lost a youngest son? Tears in her eyes, standing there feeling stunned to hear that her baby fell victim to a gun. Playing basketball outside, having fun. It's sad, but it happens all the time where I'm from. So I grew up thinking I'd never see 21. It's sad, but it happens all the time where I'm from. But I'm still here, cause I learned how to run. Look before you leap, walk before you run. Run from anything that threatens peaceful existence. Look before you leap, walk before you run. Run as far as you can until you reach a safe distance. We've been running from day one. Never even thought to ask why or what from. Only taught to run, only taught to run, only taught to run, only taught to run. Look before you leap, walk before you run. Run from anything that threatens peaceful existence. Look before you leap, walk before you run. Run as far as you can until you reach a safe distance. We've been running from day one. Never even thought to ask why or what from. Only taught to run, only taught to run, only taught to run. My inner city people, put your hands up if you're feeling me. I'm not alone, running from fear of cops killing me. Running from utilities, running from responsibilities. Running from flashbacks and memories. It's funny how we run into the arms of strong women. But run away when it's time to talk about commitment. I've seen women run away from Mr. Right. They turn around and say there ain't no good men in sight. Even thugs run when the streets turn into hell. Some run to the cops cause it's safer in a cell. Some cats used to run the streets and act fool. Got robbed and didn't run, but they had to run their jewels. Some used to run shit on basketball courts, they got kids now. Running from child support, it's sad, but it happens all the time where I'm from. Sometimes I wish that we never learned to run. Look before you leap, walk before you run. Run from anything that threatens peaceful existence. Look before you leap, walk before you run. Run as far as you can until you reach a safe distance. We've been running from day one. Never even thought to ask why or what from. Only taught to run, only taught to run, only taught to run, only taught to run. Look before you leap, walk before you run. Run from anything that threatens peaceful existence. Look before you leap, walk before you run. Run as far as you can until you reach a safe distance. We've been running from day one. Never even thought to ask why or what from. Only taught to run, only taught to run, only taught to run, only taught to run. Looking nice and tried to pay a phone bill, but she turned him down twice. Even though her life wasn't sunny, she felt she didn't know him well enough to take his money instead. She recommended quiet dinner, maybe next weekend if she could find a babysitter. Her daughter was 3 and she was 21 with dreams of marriage and having a son. But most times she felt like she'd never find love, so she drank away the pain in blood-stained nightclubs and went home with men that acted like thugs, addicted to the nightlife. life like drugs, but regrets of the morning after always caught her waking up with men unfamiliar to her daughter. Even though they gave an escape from lonely days, she never felt better than when they parted ways. Nothing special, she thought, when his path crossed her mind. He could never be the one, just occupy her time and fill the lonely days that had become so basic since her heart was torn for the broken off engagement 2 years ago in 3 states away. But by the look in her brown eyes, you would have thought it happened yesterday. And now this new one with intentions to impress bought her tennis shoes and a brand new summer dress. If you could see the smile on her face and how it washed away the work week's bitter taste. Plus, this was the week of her born day, the sun ray in a life of all work and no play. He said he wanted her to spend it with him, but she said she'd already committed to her friends. He denied her invitation to come along, then told her to call when she got home. She pulled into the parking lot, startled when she saw him standing right behind her in the dark, demanding she tell him who she slept with today. Smelling the liquor on his breath, she began to walk away. He grabbed her by the throat, yanked off the gold chain, and almost smiled, satisfied at her pain. He thought of this, her reward for being unfaithful. Lifted from her feet, tears rolled down her cheek, and terrified, she closed her eyes while the storm made it impossible to hear her cries. He knew this and struck with a clenched fist and told her he wasn't stupid. She's now pinned to the ground with his hand in her mouth to muffle the sounds. Knee planted in her chest until breathing hurt. He said she forced him to take back his tennis skirt. Much stronger, she offered very little resistance to him taking back the clothes that he'd given. Then he cocked back his fist for one last blow and left her in the parking lot, knocked out cold.